Capability is his second one. He says capability is a growing and broad array of abilities that allow us continually increasing self-reliance. He's talking our language
Yes,
now, bro.
right.
We are big on self-reliance because this is your philosophy of life.
Yeah, man. And how many times have I said it way prior to reading this? You know, the more you know, the less you have to rely on others to help you out in life.
Right.
There was one key point here too when it comes to capability, but it was also in commitment, is the more you learn, the more capable you are learning other things too.
Right.
I use my dad or somebody like George Han as an example here because they're both linguists.
Right.
You know, once you learn one language, it's going to be a little bit easier learning another one.
Right.
And once you learn those two, now you get into these like study patterns and you figure out, all right, in order to crack this code on learning this language, these are the steps that I used before. So it's going to help me out in learning this third one and then this fourth and then this fifth.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so like linguists, you know, who speak 8, 10 languages, it's a big reason they can do that is because they've learned one other language. Right. I am a big believer in that capability, you know, being able to take care of yourself.
Yeah. I love the simplicity of this, which is to grow a broad array, he says, of abilities.
Right.
And now, as dudes, we'll just speak for dudes for a second because we identify as males.
Right.
Okay.
I do too.
Yeah. But capabilities doesn't all have to, okay, well, I'll learn knife fighting. Right. I'll learn, it doesn't have to be that stuff. It may be where you say, okay, I want to start to really learn how to cook.
Right. I was just going to use that one as an example.
Well, then elaborate on that.
Well, teach a man to fish, blah, blah, blah.
Right.
So there are so many adult grown men that I know who can't cook a meal, and I'm blown away.
Right.
I was at a guy's house recently who couldn't cook a burger. They were all charcoal briquettes. And I was flabbergasted. I use the analogy a lot too, you know, when I talk about like CST training and stuff like that. When I'm talking about my combat strength training, I'm trying to teach a person how to cook. I'm handing him and then I'm displaying to him a bunch of different ingredients and giving him the ability to understand heat to metal to oil to vegetable to meat. And it's a great skill to have because you're helping out others, because you could now feed your family,
right,
feed yourself without getting sick. But it's also very, it's food for the soul.
Food for the soul, yeah.
We were talking about that earlier. So yeah, it's good for the soul. You know, it's nourishing to the soul, and it's artistic. Cooking is artistic too. So it's good brain food. You know, I'm using a lot of food here.
And if you're not
talking about cooking,
if you're not married, you can pick up chicks probably.
That's right
too.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But you could be of great service, as you were noted, to your family, especially your bride. Give her some time off if she's the one who happens to be doing a lot of the cooking. So there's skill set you can grow, fix it type stuff and lawn care and medicinal. Just from diet and nutrition over the past 6 or 7 years, I've learned so much that, and I know I can speak for my son over here, Joe, offline, because he's pretty serious too. Between the two of us, we can hack most of the stuff that most people are running to the doctor for.
Yeah, right.
You know?
Yeah.
And
just because of diet and exercise.
Just because of diet and exercise. So just growing those abilities, and I would include in the abilities category what Mac was alluding to as well, which is going to be your knowledge base. Mm-hmm. You know, learn things, learn the ability to learn. I think it was Josh, what's his name? What's the kid's name? The movie Searching for Bobby Fischer is about him. Oh, his name escapes me, but American chess champion for the long time. Anyway, he has a book called The Art of Learning. And it's about that approach. It's how you broach these new
I think
fields.
It's on my shelf up there.
It might be.
I think it is.
Josh Waitskin, I think, is his name. Yep. Anyway,